stadium and athlete. Coaches like to say, play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight. A mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Georgia Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is now on the sideline.
Anytime you step between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, you know you are on hallowed ground in college football. This is one of the best places you'll ever watch a college football game. Red and the black, the dogs, even the Huggers are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. I'm used to seeing him push the ball the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Caught in the backfield. It's Bear. Breaks into the open. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in the pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good.
Could be an alley. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, well, I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down.
And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. The run inside. It's Davison. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Colin.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. And sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Oh, they're after him. Finds him out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash. Head-to-head.
Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. In the red area, it's Frazier. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Gets it to the back. Can't get him to the ground. Touchdown! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. They'll go play action with Moore. Fires to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Got it. At the 40. Snags it and he's open. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Makes a catch. At the 20, he's got space. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. With the run on 1st and goal. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Ducks!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was payback.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Back to pass, it's Stockton. He's got it down the middle. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Love the accuracy on that curl throw by the quarterback, putting it right in the numbers, right in the breadbasket of his wide receiver.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Sends it back in motion. They'll give to Frazier. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
2nd down, he'll throw it. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on a drag.
Yeah, the receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39.
I think that's why you got to run the football on 3rd and inches, because even if you don't get it, you're setting up 4th and inches, and you can try to run it again and get the 1st down. Now you don't have that opportunity. When the defense comes on the blitz, they create the negative play.
And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it looking at it. How about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense has a chance to take it.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Bring in the heat. Complete. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
I think one of the most undervalued assets in good quarterback play is the play-action game. Making the run fake honestly and truthfully looking like run. You're fooling the defense, and then you're just making it easier on yourself because you're giving yourself bigger lanes to throw the football into.
Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on 1st down. Running behind that left side. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
that kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They'll go right back to it. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
This is an offense that really relies on its running game on that 2nd down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Dante Moore finds a tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Ducks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, the ground game. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, this offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive. Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
Moore. Quickly complete. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined, run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going there.
Makes the catch, and he's free. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Ducks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Defense in press coverage. Under fire. They've got the screen set up. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Now Oregon will call it 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket with what's left in this first half. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll try the left side. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. A first down run in the red zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Oregon.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And they did tack on the extra point. inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Dumps it off in the flats. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's the Aggies getting a banner day from their stars on the road to pick up victories away from home. That's the mark of a focused team. And that is a big late-season win over a team they may very well see again in the playoff. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here.
Makes the grab and room to run. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. The Bulldogs want to crank the tempo.
When you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the lone running back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Gets it out quickly. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wideout. Running inside. It's Phillips. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
And the Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the grab. And he's dragged down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw. The receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Looking to throw for it. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Well, that play never had a chance. On 4th down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
Throwing more. Here's the pressure. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. It's not there. Just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. More play action. Takes the easy one to the back. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
We all want to push the ball down the field, down the field, down the field. But when you can dump it off to your running back and still make 10-plus yards, man, it makes you look like a really good play caller.
They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Handoff to the single back.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Using his legs, it's Davison. And they're able to get him on the ground.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off, he can make big plays, he can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman-caliber quarterback, a guy that can hurt them in a variety of ways. They better be able to get pressure on them throughout the course of this game. They did right there.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. 4th down, more. Here comes the heat. And down he goes.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blind perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand. Makes the grab in their space. The Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Good timing on the quick out. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. snap in the shotgun. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And he was able to work his way for just a few, and that will do it for the third quarter. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Frazier again. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Ncaa.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the fourth. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Hold and fire complete. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, give the defense credit on that one. They knew coming into this one, if they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways, they were ready for the screen there. They created a negative play.
After not getting a thing done on first down, it's second and long from the 24. Moore with the play fake. Looking down the middle. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Now here's Moore. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
What a clutch stop for this defense. You get the fourth quarter, you got to make those plays. Get the ball back to your offensive position now to go take the lead in this ball game.
This Bulldog offense. And that fumble recovery has set them up first and 10, all tied up here in the fourth. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
Off play action. Pressure coming. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a third and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on third and long. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. And a missed opportunity opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! They take the lead here in the fourth. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So just a lack of discipline, and on fourth down, too, just hands this offensive first and 10. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Might be changing the route. Handoff for Frazier. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Frazier again.
Punctuates another drive, and how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm, and in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here's more to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. They did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Moore to the air. Got his man. Picked up 8 yards there, third down and 2. The Ducks racing to the line in a hurry up. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. More to throw for it on fourth down. Fighting off the defender. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
What a big play in the fourth quarter when you're trailing and you really needed to get a first down here. Nice job by the quarterback, making the pass, getting the first down.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's first and 10. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop it just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. Ducks come to the line. In this situation, you might see a shot play. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Second and inch is a really good time to take a shot. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Inside the 40. There's a crease. The tap. And he scores! Touchdown, Ducks! The Ducks looks with the answer.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. He just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. And in for the score. What a turn as they take the lead. What a shift in momentum. What a big-time play. He just took matters into his own hands.
Man, what a mistake by the QB throwing the football. His receiver, obviously, they weren't on the same page at all. But the defender steps in front, makes the big play. And then every kid's dream, right? You play defense, you create the turnover, and then you take it all the way to the end zone.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Out of the backfield, he's open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Now, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. They're working that left side. Breaks free, and he might be gone. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. This offense right on the doorstep. They can grab the lead late as time continues to wind down. Trying to run, it's Frazier. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. Frazier again. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. It'll all be decided right here. Win or lose on this kick. Here